together as co-workers, working under Fela Durotoye. Fela Durotoye is a man of principle, is a man of purpose, and he greatly taught us how to find our purpose in life. And so far, so good. I believe everyone is doing great. And I believe everyone has actually found their purpose in life, because I found my purpose in life. Because right now I'm a network engineer, I'm an IT network engineer, and that's what I do. But really though, I wouldn't want to take much time right now because I believe this is just the beginning of this whole session. But straight to the point, for me, I believe purpose is something that we were created for. The whole idea of purpose is what you are created for as a human being. And for any reason, if you don't fulfill purpose, you have failed creation. That's all I can say. And I came up with an acronym for purpose. If time permit me, I'll give you the meaning of that acronym. The acronym I came for purpose is P for principles, U for understanding, R for resilience, P for preparation, O for opportunity, S for sacrifice, and E for excellence. I mean, if you can key yourself into these words, into this acronym, definitely you're going to fulfill purpose. I mean, I think at this point, I'll just let my coworkers or my colleagues take care of the rest.
Thank you so much, Samuel, for those points. We are coming back to those great things you just mentioned now. Don't keep it. We are coming back to it. We are coming back to it. Okay, so I'm going to go to God's time. Mr. God's time, over to you.
All right. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hello?
We can hear you.
We can hear you,
all right,
Gustav.
all right.
We can hear you.
God's time, we can hear you. Continue. Okay, I was muted myself. Okay, I think God's time is having some little technical itch. I think we understand that we are dealing with technology here, and sometimes and the fact that we are reaching from different country, you understand this time. So there is a chance that there can be a technical itch at this time. Thank you so very much. So I'm going to be going to Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank.
Hello. Sorry,
over to you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
What's happening? I think people from West Africa. What's happening this time? Hello, we can.
Hello.
Yeah, yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. God's time. God's time. Can you just go on mute for now?
Oh, okay.
Daniel, right. Please go on mute for now. Daniel, go on mute for now. Put your speaker on mute for now. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you so much, Daniel, for putting it on mute. Frank, I think we lost Frank again. Our guys from West Africa, I think Frank is trying to reconnect now. So we are coming back to Frank and God's time later. So God's time, can we come back to you now?
All right. Can everybody hear me now?
Yes, God's time, we can hear you now. So you have the floor now.
All right. It's a great day, everyone.
It's a great day.
I believe everyone can remember that slogan.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for this awesome opportunity. It's so good to see Samin and the rest of the squad. Almost been, I can't remember how many years, but we're grateful to God that this opportunity is coming our way to reconnect and also share some thoughts, with those who are connected to us via different platforms today. Before I go on, I really want to say a very big thank you to FD for his wonderful impact he had in our lives. FD made tremendous impact in our lives. I came to Gemstone knowing nothing. I happened to join the Gemstone Nation as a volunteer, and since then it just became another paradigm shift for me. It was a place where I personally have grown, and I want to say a big thank you to FD for all the impact he made in my life and the lives of my colleagues then. All right. So it's a new day. It's a new day today. It's a new world we live in. I was sharing with someone some days ago that the world we live in 10 years ago is quite different from the world we live in today. And Kurudu said the theme for this program is harnessing opportunities. One of the opportunities I had to volunteer back then, I think some 10 years back, I took advantage of it. And I was able to learn quite a lot, you understand? Because then there were other opportunities. I want to also make everyone to, I also want to say this, that a lot of us that had the opportunity of working with FD then, we worked not because we were looking for money. You understand? We're passionate about it. And I like to define passion as something that an inner fire that produces action. A lot of us had a passion to impact in lives, to build our nation, and we took advantage of that opportunity. And today, look at what a lot of us have become. All right. I'm almost tempted to say praise God, because when you think about impact, you want to you also want to remember the spiritual impact FD made in our lives. You understand? So looking at harnessing opportunities, how do we take advantage of opportunities today? How do we take advantage of what has happened in the last few months has never in our history, at least for the history of this generation, we've never seen anything like this. We've been practically at home for 2 months and still counting. We don't even know how long it's going to be. What are we going to do differently? All right. So the first thing the first thought I thought of sharing with us today is we need a new set of information. We need a new set of knowledge. What can we do differently? How can we be relevant in our day-to-day? How can we take advantage of opportunities at the same time, not just do what you're passionate about, also be able to monetize your passion? Can you guys hear me? All right. So I thought about it that
Yes.
we should be able to take advantage of our time and the times and the seasons we live in, because the world, if care is not taken, might not be the same again. How do we go from here? All right. So the first thought I thought of sharing is that we need a new set of knowledge. We need to begin to learn how do we evolve to the next level of doing business. Recently I was reading about Nokia. I discovered that when Nokia as a company started, they actually didn't start out to be a telecommunications company. They were into the production of paper. All right. And it got to a time that the stakeholders were complaining that paper is no longer selling as it used to be. Everybody is now selling paper. What do we do differently? And they decided to go into mobile phones. And you would discover that they were able to evolve. They were able to take the next step to, change their operations, change their production, in fact, actually create a new product and services, which made them relevant in our world today. All right. So the second point I would also like to talk about is a new set of attitude. We can't continue to do things as we used to do and
That's smelly.
expect to get a different result. The results desire. So what are we going to do? And another thought I think of sharing is learn to monetize your passion. Don't just say, a lot of people will tell you, okay, I'm passionate about this, I'm passionate about this. If your passion is not going to bring purpose based on. All right. These are some of the questions, we'll talk about more as
Thank you so very much, God's time. For everyone joining us on the Zoom here, please, when you join, try and put your phone, your speaker on mute. You understand? Everyone joining us, thank you so very much. We really appreciate you. Please try and put your phone on mute. That means your speaker, your microphone on mute, so that there will not be interaction. Okay, while we are talking, God's time was talking, someone joined us, and I know it was him. And I know everyone, only one of us know the person I'm talking about, Mr. Muhammad, joined us. Mo, we call him Mo.
Wow.
Mo joined us. Please, let's just give a clap to Mo for joining us. Thank you so much, Mo. I use this platform to apologize for not reaching out to you early. If you guys, Mo we are all together.
Everybody is not a Muhammad.
Okay, so it's not Mo. Oh, we apologize for that. I thought it was Muhammad. Sorry, Mo. Thank you so much. So we are moving on to Frank. Thank you, Frank, for joining us. So,
Sorry,
Mr. Frank,
I
you
went.
have your floor now.
Yeah, sorry, I went off earlier. I had issues with connectivity, but I'm back now. Okay, so as I was saying, yeah, so it's been a good ride working with these guys, and as Korede and every other person has mentioned, the connecting link was just for that rotary, and we give it up at any point in time to him. He has the way, and he has done so much bringing all of those guys together, and without him, would have been here. So talking about bringing out opportunities in places whereby you think nothing's going to happen. Working in Gemstone was more, if I want to describe it in my own terms, as a place whereby you bet your passion. FD as a person created a platform whereby it is easy for you to be yourself and do the things that you desire, but in a positive and productive way. And for some of us that know it very well, you know that FD is not someone that jokes with productivity. Productivity is the driver for FD. Once there's productivity, then there's a way you and FD can become participative. But when there's no productivity, then you become like an alien to FD. So that I can bring in this time and space. In this time and space, people are complaining about so many things. And in all of the complaints, trust me, productivity has not lost its essence. Productivity has not lost its name. Productivity has not lost its value. The only thing you need to ask yourself is, what is that thing that you can produce of value that people need? What is that thing that I can do that basically can take me to a place whereby I can be relevant? And relevance is not, in my own terms, relevance is not like that. Relevance is not having to outdo yourself. But relevance is being smart, know what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. And in this conversation, we're trying to put all of those into perspective, and we can take this conversation further. Thank you, Corey, for having me.
So much, Frank. Keep your thoughts. I hope you write that thing you just said down. Relevant is knowing what to do, how to do it, and where to do it. We would open it very soon. Okay, let me go to Poland, then come back to Nigeria. Mr. Dami, it's good to have you.
Hi, everyone.
Hope you have the floor.
Hope you can hear me clearly.
Yes, clearly.
Okay, my name is Damilola to be precise. Precisely 5 years ago, I was privileged to work with everybody here. I remember my first meeting with FD. I actually don't know it was the one running the company. So I got employed and I walked into this office and the person right in front of me was FD. That was one of the shock moments I've ever had in my life. And after spending about 1 hour, 30 minutes, I knew exactly why I was there in that company at that particular time. So just to add a few thoughts about what has been said earlier, I think in a time like this where things are uncertain, one of the most important things that you can do as an individual is to be certain. And that means that you as a person must have a core value that you stand for. That was one of the things I learned while working in FD and working with the other guys during that period. In a time like this where everybody doesn't know the next thing to do, you don't know the right move to take, can you be relied upon? If I give you a job and say, I need this done to be delivered in 5 days, can I trust your judgment that it will be delivered in 5 days? So I believe that now is the best time to sell your uniqueness as a person, not just in your business, but as an individual. Are you someone that has a core value that can stand for something, that can stand for dedication, for focus, for reliability? Those are things that I think in these uncertain times, being certain in your own core personality is truly vital, especially in a world where, I mean, it's social media world. It's easily to actually form an identity via Instagram. So, so at the end of the day, what really sells now is your core value as a person. You must be able to stand out. And then secondly, one another thing I learned from FD, and I think is applicable even in these times that we are in, is the fact that coronavirus has really taught us that you actually need to live for something bigger than yourself. It's not just about you anymore. You must be able to think about how you can impact the world, not just your immediate sphere, not just immediate environment, and just maybe your next decision, your next business, your next line of work is connected to doing something bigger than yourself. Just think about that. That's all I have to say for now.
Thank you so much, Dami. You see, we are coming back. So everything you guys have said, we are coming back. And guys that are watching, everything everyone has been sharing, this is not just from here. This is not just because we want to say something. Everything we are mentioning is a practical part of our life. Everything, you can hear them saying, it just appeared and he saw, oh, this is FD. And 1 hour and a half hour changed his life. We are coming back. So let's go to Mr. Daniel Otavo. Daniel, are you there? Daniel? Okay, can somebody tell Daniel? Well, this is Daniel for you. Daniel is this is Daniel for you. So I'm not surprised. Daniel is the bouncing among us. He bounces around. He will soon bounce back. That's Daniel for you. So while we are waiting, while we are waiting for Daniel to be back, I just want to go back to what Samuel said. Samuel, you talk about principle, resilience, preparation, opportunities. Now, I'm going to pick the word preparation. At that time, you were with Gemstone. What is preparation like? Do you see those times of your life as preparation that is helping you in your day-to-day life today, in your career, in your family life, in other areas of your life? Samuel, up to you.
Thank you, Koride. Well, so preparation is just one of the words, one of the acronyms, part of the acronyms I came up with in regards to purpose. Preparation is just the other P. Well, so when it comes to the time I worked with Gemstone, working under Fela Durotoye, like one of the guys mentioned, you cannot work with Fela Durotoye without being productive. And how can you be productive in life? If you're not prepared, there's no way you can be productive. You have to be prepared for you to be able to produce something that is valuable. Fela Durotoye appreciates value. He appreciates production. So for me, during that period, I did not really see it as if, okay, at first, I didn't understand why I was there, to be honest with you. But working with him for a certain period of time and him impacting our lives, my life in particular, I began to realize what I wanted to do and why I was actually there. And it became a stepping stone. It became a preparation ground for me that brought me all the way to where I am today. And I'm still keeping by those values, because that time, working with Feladrote, we all had our different responsibilities that we're handling. Going from different location to the other, trying to instill values in people. As a matter of fact, I still have the 10 values, there are 10 core values that we adhere to. And one of those is that be a solution provider and not part of the problem to be solved. That particular value for me has really kept me going, and I'm still holding on to it. Wherever I go to, I try as much as possible to be a solution provider and not part of the problem to be solved. So preparation for me is key in everything you do. If you're not prepared for where you're going to, there's no way you can excel where you're going to. As a matter of fact, success and failure, all about what decision you make. Your decision will determine your success, your decision will determine your failure. If you make good preparation today for yourself, for your future, you can be certain that you're going to make a good result out of it. But if you're not prepared for your future, as a matter of fact, if you're not prepared for where you're going to, how can you be prepared for where you're going to if you don't know where you're going to, if you don't have focus, if you don't have purpose in life? And I think for me, that's why I came up with the word purpose. That's the first thing to identify. You have to identify your purpose in life. For you to keep by values, for you to keep by principles, for you to you have to know why you are doing those things. If you cannot answer the question, who are you? Why are you here? What are you capable of doing? Where are you going? These are questions that I've watched and read from great speakers, and they've all been able to answer these questions. So preparation is key in everything you do. You have to be prepared. Like this time we're having right now, it is a time that you need to be prepared. You need to actually do a lot of homework so you can get yourself out there after COVID-19 and you can excel.
Thank you so very much, Samuel. Please, someone mic is on. Please put your mic on mute. Please, someone mic is on. Put your mic on mute. Thank you so very much. Now, Samuel said something, and that's true. That he joined and he does not know why he is here. I think that's why almost every one of us, you understand. I mean, we just bump into organizations and an organization, and in the means of hours, days, everything changed. There is a new perception, and then it prepares his mind to prepare for the future he is living now. So we are going to come back to those values he talked about. So we are coming back to that, Sam. So let me go to Frank. Frank, you talk about uniqueness. You talk about productivity. So how has productivity been able, because I know very well you have to deliver. It's a must. You have to deliver. I remember our MPR days, the monthly performance report, and there is nothing like, I'm sorry, I'm not prepared. Now, can you tell me now, looking at what you do today, you are a photographer, you understand today, you have to deliver. So can you just tell us in those days, what has that core word, productivity, how has it helped you and is helping you in your day-to-day living today?
Okay, thank you for it. Can I just backtrack a bit? When I joined Gemstone.
No problem.
Okay, so when I joined Gemstone, I came in first as an E&D. Sorry, an R&D, that's the research and development personnel. So basically that was formed because I studied history and international relations. I have a master's in diplomacy and strategic studies. So I just felt like, I'm good in this baseline research, all of those stuff. So it was academic-like driven. So I felt like, let me do this thing. Yeah, I was doing it. I was doing what I needed to do. I was getting the results. But in the oldness of it all, I could not say it was productive. Why? Why it wasn't productive for me was because I was not finding joy in doing it. I was delivering on task, but personally, I was not enjoying it. And that's what I will say to you, to anyone listening now is, see, learn to share your fears. Learn to share what are those things that you're not seeing that is working for you. You never know you can be talking to, and basically the person can just tell you, why don't you try this? I remember some time back, your two happened to be our madam of the office then. Yeah, so your two stood to me and said, come back, I know you're doing this around this thing, but it doesn't look like your thing. Why don't you move to media? And I was thinking to her, like, what do you mean media about? Like, what am I going to be doing in media when I can draw around this? But over time, I understood that, like, this media thing is what can work. And I know I had a conversation with FG regarding this, and I just said, you know what, let's go to the media department and see what it would look like. And all of a sudden, I was finding joy in what I was doing. I was looking forward to going to the office. I was happy being around those things, having to get my camera, having to record, having to edit, all of those things. I began to find expression in it. So in a little while, I'm not just delivering, but I was being productive. Now you see where the productivity comes into play. So now I am doing the things that my passion works for. I'm doing the things that my spirit and my soul, my body and my spirit are in one. They are working together. Many times, FD will always tell us is that where your spirit is not, your body can be there. So when you share your body and your spirit in two different places, there's no productivity. So you have to find something that brings your spirit, that brings your soul, and that brings your body together. Once those three can conform and agree, you begin to see that productivity takes place. So that I was able to carry to what I do today. So today I'm into filming, I'm into photography, and when you see me, people tell me that when they see me carrying the cameras and doing stuff, that there's this joy that radiates in me. There's this thing that fires. It doesn't just fire because it's supposed to fire. It fires because there's something that is working inside that is conforming to the environment and that is able to drive me. So productivity just comes as a natural thing. And that drives into one of the 10 values that Eddie Valley shares. And will tell you that be the best in all that you do, particularly the things that you are naturally good at. So when you're naturally good at something, productivity will just begin to happen. But when you begin to try, you will keep trying. You can achieve, you can get a bit of it, but you cannot get in its wholeness. The wholeness is where productivity is. So just to bring this, just to close this thought, what I'm saying is this. You see, you must find that baby inside of you that is yearning to cry. You must find that baby inside of you that is yearning to speak. You must find that baby inside of you that is yearning to walk. Once you can bring out that baby, you just see that you have an adult that will produce more and greater things. So that's my thought. Thank you for reading.
Thank you, Sami. Thank you, Sami. You said something that is outstanding. And guys that are watching us, you can see that every one of us is talking about a particular value that changed, that was a propeller to everything that we are doing. So we are not just operating in vague, like, okay, no, there was a value guiding us. And so I just want to reiterate something Frank said. He talks about finding passion in the place of your assignments. Most times, many of us want to find our passion job. Oh, but don't you know that if you can start something from that organization that you are working from, you would find your passion. Today, Frank is a filmmaker, is a photographer, is doing fantastic in the media world. Why? Because he finds his passion on his assignment. Now, if he is not faithful to that R&D, now look at him saying, I am delivering. Not that he's not delivering. He said, I'm delivering on this, but I discovered that there is more in me than this. And today, and I tell you then, he's showing us some pictures. He kept our pictures. Maybe today we'll drag you, you will release our pictures to us. Thank you so much, Frank. So let me go to Daniel. Daniel is here. Daniel, can you unmute yourself?
Hey guys.
Okay, I just talked about you before you. I said this is Daniel. You bounce and you come back. Daniel bounce around, and so I mentioned it while you are not here. So I'm saying it to you.
So the first thing you want to do is to drag me on the internet. You are dragging me on the internet.
Okay, Daniel, thank you so very much. Daniel, this is Daniel. Daniel, you have the floor. Every one of us has shared one or two things about our opportunity journey, about what life has taught us then that we are together and that is helping us. So you have the floor now for 2 minutes.
Okay, hi guys, my name is Daniel Otabo. I'm so happy to be here, to join my brothers here too. I can see Femi, I can see Sammy. Let me know how come we're doing hype man here. So let me go straight to the point. So what I was told to say is my opportunity journey. I will just put it in context as it contains FD. All right. So I believe strongly that FD was the person who, in a sense, pushed me, who was the right foundation for me to soar. He was just the right foundation for me to build whatever I was going to build. So I know the people that I met, you guys also, the connections that I built over time. This have just been what has helped me in my career journey. All right, it's always about one person knowing one person knowing one person. Okay, trying to build a strong network, trying to care and show respect to my words and my actions. These things will just be opening doors for you. Okay, so I learned this learning from FD. I got the opportunity to actually grow, to work with people, to engage in tasks that involved me traveling, meeting people. So yes, I think I got off a good start with FD because he gave me the opportunity to grow and become who I want to become. So I would say that my first point was growth. Yeah.
Thank you so very much. That word you mentioned, growth, means a lot to me. Growth, it means a lot to me. And in fact, that's the theme of this fantastic work we are doing on social media, growth from within. And I look at it very well that every one of us that is here, we were growing and we never know we were growing. You understand? You will never know how much you are. You will never know how much you carry. I remember when me and Sam traveled to Oyo State, Ibadan, to go and do program. I remember we had an experience, maybe me and Sammy, we went to Ekpe and we got to know that people here, they are Yoruba speaker. So we had to be turning the values, make positive impact to a Yoruba speaking so that people can hear. You understand? So we had to start saying community movement, making positive impact on everyone. You mean, okay, all those things. We have to just turn, and that is the productivity Frank was talking about. You just have to deliver. And it is a value that got into us, and today everywhere we find ourselves, we are producing results because of what? Of one man. We are coming back there. So let me go to Dami. Dami, you talk about values. Now, how was those values to you? I mean, you just got to organization and they read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And these values, there is no loyalty. There is no, that's most value when you get to organizations. You see loyalty, dedication, intercession. You saw those key things. How was those values to you then? How do you embrace those values? And what has those values turned you into today?
Hi, everyone. It's good to talk again. So talking about values, like I mentioned earlier, I believe we all have a responsibility to brand ourselves in the most and best possible way. What I mean, I'm not talking about living a fake life. I'm talking about, I'm alluding to what Frank said earlier about discovering the baby inside you, discovering what passion burns inside you. And I believe that when you discover your purpose, it's just leads to you forming an identity based on that purpose that you've discovered. So, for example, Frank has discovered that he was talented in the media side of things, and has built a reputable brand based on what passion that burns inside of him. So I believe that when I joined the company and I looked through all of the values, and I just felt like this is something that I can actually build my life on at every single point in time. I must be known to stand for something in the workplace, in my home, with the people I interact with on the road. They must say, when you mentioned the name Dami, there are some things that should come to your mind immediately. And that's what I've tried to build my personality on. Even in my workplace, I can't hear you.
Dami, I want to hold you and say something.
Yeah.
That thing you said is consciously build a great legacy.
Yeah.
You remember that value?
Yeah.
Consciously, and that is what you are doing. Continue.
So, even I've been privileged to. I've lived in 4 countries now, including Nigeria. And one thing I can guarantee was that I was deliberately building my values, my legacy. I just wanted to be known for something, no matter where I was, no matter what country I was at that particular time. Even before I moved to where I'm staying now in Poland, before I moved to my company here, it was just being able to sell myself as a particular brand that got me the job, that got me to where I am today, even within the job space. And it's something that even amongst my friends, they always say that when you mention the name Dami, you must stand for something. And I think in a time like this where there's a lot of uncertainty, those that will move to the next chapter, those that will move to the next phase, are those that can guarantee that there's a value that they stand for. If I'm going to put my money into your business, I must know that you can deliver productivity, that you have integrity, not to cheat, that you have all these, they are seemingly common values, but they are values that are going to make people stand out in the next phase that we are going to. Because now we need people that we can trust. We need people that we know can deliver. We need people that we know that are not going to compromise at any point in time. And I think that if you're in business, if you're in the workplace, especially, you need to stand for something. In the workplace, you have so many people working. Everybody's probably doing around the same job. What makes you different is what you stand for. They know that if I give you a deadline for 2 p.m. tomorrow, there's a 98% chance that you miss that deadline. And those are the kind of things that help you, whether you're in business, whether you're in the workplace, whether you're in church. These are the kind of values that make you stand out. And I learned this from FD. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dami. Those values that make you stand out. So let me go to God's time. Hi, God's time.
Yes, I do.
God's time. You are in the business of real estate now. Am I correct?
Sure. Yeah.
So integrity is the benchmark of that business. People will give you their money. You tell me, I sell land, I sell ed. So people would give you their money, even when they don't know you. And one of the things we work with then was integrity. So tell me, is it then that during those times that you inculcate integrity, you're understanding more, and it is helping you now? Or how can you rate integrity in the time of life? Integrity in the time of life.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Cody.
Can you hear me? God's time?
I can hear you very well. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
All right. I think one of the things that every one of us became in Gemstone was that we became preachers of values. I remember that episode where I had to go speak to parents of students in Ekwe, the Gileki local government, and I had to go with you. And when I got there, I discovered there were community people who can't speak English but Yoruba. And I remember that day how you rescued me. Thank you so much. All right, talking about integrity. I think one of the values we shared then was show integrity through our words and our actions. If you're not going to show integrity, people will know you for it. Integrity is something that is not something that you can hide. Do you understand? Integrity is something that you can show from it. The Bible said, that is faithful in little is faithful in much. So in that little state, it's something that everybody are able to, relate to. They're able to see and trace. You understand? So every business venture today, if you're not ready to show integrity through your business, if you're not ready to be transparent, if you're not ready to be straightforward, not too long from now, people will not do business with you. Integrity is the values not just for business people, is also needed in the house front where you are into a family. You need to show integrity through your words and your action. So it's not something that you do, you do at home or you don't do outside. It's something that you do in every platform you find yourself, in every forum you find yourself, whether within the job space, whether within the family space, whether the religious circle. Integrity is needed in every space of life. All right. So integrity is what is selling your business. Because a lot of people will come and just call. Imagine somebody calling me from Poland, say, Dami, please, I need a plot of land in Lekki. Where, without seeing documents, without seeing anything, and they commit money into your care. How are you going to manage it? You understand? So if you've not built integrity as a brand into your business, a lot of people are not going to do business with you. You understand? If you want to move from the level of millions to billions, you must be ready to show integrity in every aspect of your business. And that's a value you can't. You see FD, you see integrity in everything he does. You see excellence, you see productivity, like Frank has mentioned. Integrity will help your productivity, to be obvious to everyone to see. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Frank, for that short. Guys, we should go first. Now, Daniel, let me go to you, Daniel. Pressure to deliver. I know what you do then, moving from one state to another state, from one location to another location. And this is so much, there's pressure now to deliver in every organization. Everybody, the world has changed. The business world has changed. The career world has changed. We can't overemphasize that. You understand? So were you, in that time, were you at any time under pressure? And how did you handle those times? And how are you relating with it even now?
So the question is, did I ever work under pressure at Gemstone?
Yes. Were you under pressure?
So, okay, is that a rhetorical question or?
It's not rhetorical. It's a question. It's a question, Daniel, that during those times, were you under pressure at any time?
Of course, it's so.
And how did you manage that? Because I know you are actually holding two offices, if I can remember.
Yeah.
You are PA and you also manage Gemstone. Gemstone Connect. That is the university.
I can hear someone. I can hear someone else. I don't know who the person is.
Yes, I think the person joined us and then put on mute. So I want to try and put the person on mute now. Thank you. So Daniel, can you hear me now? So that's what I'm asking. How do you want to handle pressure in this time? Tell us your pressure experience and tell us pressure management now. Pressure in the family, pressure in your workplace, because now you have to deliver. Business has been shut down for 2 months. Even some people are working from home now. How do you handle those times? So over to you. Daniel? Marcela? Daniel?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Is there a way we can inform the young lady? Is there a way we can mute her? Mr. Cody, I think your sound is muted.
Daniel, I have muted the person, so you are on now. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay, fine. I can hear you now. Yeah. So
Okay.
there were a couple of times where I worked under pressure at the organization.
Topic on the ground.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Daniel, continue.
I can hear you clearly, sir. What are we discussing?
There's an additional.
Yes.
Additional, please go on mute, please. Thank you. Okay, Daniel, over to you.
Okay. All right, so I was saying that there were a couple of times where I worked under pressure. I mean, I had just left school when I got into Gemstone. I wasn't like that was the first place I started working. All right. And I had this huge opportunity to work one of the most sought after, transformational speaker, leader, coach, consultant in Africa, right? So I was working as a PA, and I was also juggling, Gemstone Leaders Connect. So Gemstone Leaders Connect, we had chapters in every university where we train them on values-based leadership, essentially. So we're trying to, train these individuals into becoming nation builders. Now, so I was juggling that position as the PA and as the leader, the coordinator of Gemstone Leaders Connect. I realized then that if you put your heart into trying to deliver some kind of things and somebody is actually motivating you, saying to you, you can do it, try it. And most times when we don't try something, we will never find out if we can even do those things. All right. So before now, I was thinking, man, this is, I was relishing the opportunity. I was so happy I got the opportunity, but then when the work started coming, the phone calls from different universities, starting, what's it called? Chapters in each university campus in Nigeria, working also with FD as his PA, right? It was a lot of things. There were a lot of things for me to juggle. But over time, I realized that when I
Daniel, continue. Don't worry, I will check it. Continue.
Okay. So I realized that. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I realized that I could actually do those things, and I grew in strength and I grew in capacity to handle all of those things, right? But prior to that, I had never done something like that before. So that was my first time working in an organization, and I had so much responsibility. Yes, I was releasing the opportunity to work with FD to grow leaders on each network, each campus. Yes, it was a good one for me, but few things I have to make us understand some few things. I realized again that I could handle those things because FD was just making me believe I could do them. All right, that was number one. And I believed I could do them. All right, that's number two. And I had people on the team who were always willing to support. Right. So all of these things, working under pressure became easy because I had a boss who was a source of motivation to me. I had team members who were willing to help me, right? And I was willing to do those things. So of course I grew. I mean, right now I have worked in different organizations. Okay. I know how to work under pressure. I know how to work under pressure. In fact, sometimes, because this can be a strength and a weakness. Because sometimes I say to myself, I want to wait for the last minutes before I start to do this thing. Because I know that I know how to work under pressure. All right. So that's it. So growth for me has, so again, like I said, the working under pressure, in Gemstone, it helped me build capacity. That's just the word I want to use. So I built capacity.
Thank you so much, Daniel, for those words. Now, if I could get some things from what you say here, you said you are able to develop capacity to handle things. Yes. You understand? Yes. And you said some few words here that you are able to harness your team to maximize the people that works with you. Now, you said one thing that I will quickly reiterate. So everyone that is watching now, you need even you need you said your leader, that is Mr. Felado to our boss, believe in you, and you also believe in yourself.
Yes.
So
yes.
even if you are asked to do this thing and it looks impossible, there is this faith inside you that tells you, I can do this and I can deliver. And that is the juggle of life. No matter what assignment you are in your life, no matter what you're doing now, opportunities will come. Now, if opportunities come and you say, no, me, I can't do this thing, it will be given to another person.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
I remember, is there any time, I want to ask you, is there any time you went to our HR then and tell her that, okay, HR, you know what? I can't maintain these things. I can't be running like this and be doing this. Do you have any time that you tell and share the responsibility?
There was no way I would have told my HR that. I mean, it's the thing again is this: people need to understand that the moment you start to complain that you can't handle anything, they will look for someone that can handle it, and that someone will replace you.
So take responsibility.
Yes,
is very good.
Yes,
and I know every one of us remember that the word responsibility. We are coming back, Mr. Samuel. But the area of challenge. You said something. You said you get here and you don't understand it, but you have to learn it and understand it. We work together very well. You understand? I know at least a bit of the work. Now let's talk about challenges at workplace. How was that time? Do you ever see challenges? What do you learn in that time, in the time of challenges? And how can you share with us those things you learned then? Are they helping you now? And how, or tell us about your challenges and your strategy for overcoming it.
Thank you once again, Korede. First of all, I would like to bring this up. Our audience from home, I know we said 1 hour and it's past 1 hour already. We apologize for this excessive
time. We sincerely apologize, please, people. We are sorry.
That's one thing. We can assure you that subsequently we'll try to stick to time. And because of the glitches we've been having with technology, we've been going back and forth. Anyways, jumping to managing challenges of life. Well, life is all about challenges, and you must be able to weather the storm of challenges. Like Daniel said, the moment you tell them you cannot do something, they'll look for somebody else that can do it, and they'll replace you. It's as simple as that. So during that time, we had our challenges. Of course, there were days that FD would ask us to go to a certain place. And I mean, he's our leader, and he was actually helping us then to grow. But deep down in all, some of those things were difficult tasks for us to accomplish. Those were challenges for us. But guess what? We're able to weather that storm. And now we are here today. Like I said, I'm a solution provider and not part of a problem to be solved. It's part of the values he taught us. So for me, everywhere I go, every challenge I meet, I treat them individually. I try to identify the problem. I try to identify the challenge, and I try to find a solution to the challenge. Because life itself is all about challenges. You must realize that. The fact that you are living alone, you will always have challenges. And a lot of people think their challenges are the worst in life. No. You need to understand that people that you're even talking to right now have their challenges as well. We have been able to manage our challenges, and we are surviving with that challenge. We are
Thank you very much.
That's it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We lost you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, so I thought you said thank you very much. I thought you were telling me that was it.
Yeah, that was it. Okay. That was it. Thank you very much, Sammy, for those powerful words you said. Now, I'm coming back to you, Sammy. The value, be a solution provider. I want you to expatiate in the next 1-2 minutes. Then I'm taking everyone. So I'm coming to every one of us now with our values. So the values, be a solution provider. So please look at that. I want you to talk on that.
Okay, so I'll take that from the perspective of what I do right now. I'm an IT network engineer guy. So basically, all I do right now is provide solutions to people's problems. I attend to customers on a daily basis, and I try to come up with a solution to their problem. in regards to IT work and things like that. So being a solution provider simply means that you are definitely you're like a sought after person that people run to, the go-to person when there's a problem, and they know they will get a solution from you. And this can actually narrow down to even families. Like in your family, what role are you playing? And people call you in times of need, and they know that, hey man, once I call Samuel, I'm going to get a solution to my problem. It might not be what you want to hear, but trust me, it's a solution to your problem. So for me, that's just the kind of value I really hold dearly, being a solution provider and not part of the problem to be solved. Pretty.
So Sammy, are you telling us that in this time and era, people should not complain about the problem, but rather they should look for solutions? Because in the midst of this chaos, I tell you, people are making money. People are making, so are you telling us that people should focus on solution that can increase their value in this time? Is that what you're saying?
Well, so your question, if I understand your question clearly, you're trying to ask me if I'm saying they should find solution to COVID-19? No.
Not COVID-19, not COVID-19. No, hold on. Sorry for cutting you. Not COVID-19. I'm not saying they should look for anyone that can find solution to COVID-19 now. Please, I'll be your PA, because just let us go and keep the patent. You are the richest man in the whole world. So what I'm saying is this. There is a lot of problems.
Okay.
There's a lot of chaos. We are in the midst of uncertainty.
Okay.
Are you saying that in the midst of this time, people should focus on solutions? Now you are an IT person. There are different things happening around. Instead of joining the complaining every night and day, reading social medias, reading articles online, open your mind. Are you saying we should look for a problem? For example, I was chatting with someone before we start, and she began a drink company, fruit juice, package and everything. And I told her, look, you will find a solution, great solution, because people, food now, drink now, they are selling. Anybody that is in that business is rich now. They have good money with them.
Okay.
So are you saying? Yes, that's what I'm saying.
If that was your question, yes. Because in terms of problem, there are opportunities. You know, there's what we call SWOT in, of course, you can call it SWOT in business, which is strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. So in every problem, there are opportunities that you can take advantage of and become a solution provider. Pretty much, yes. That's a good valid question. In this time of chaos, you can actually find an opportunity that you can transform into your own thing, and you can actually start producing things and making solutions to people's problems. Like I said initially, purpose. One of the keys is how you can find your what's it called, preparation, where you can prepare yourself. At the same time, in there is an opportunity for you to find solutions to problems. So this is a good time to find solutions to people's problems.
Thank you so very much, Sammy. So I'm coming to Frank. Frank, you found your purpose, you find your passion on your assignment, and your value was be the best in all that you can do. Am I correct? Now, Sammy talks about the place of solution to a problem in this season. So I want you to expatiate on the place of passion, because to find solution, you need to look. So you find solution to a media problem in Gemstone, and that has become your life today. So talk about the place of passion in finding solution to the world.
So for me, finding solution in terms of your to issues is this. Solution. You begin to see encounter issues and begin to see more problems. So going to a problem does not mean the problem is just like some magical one in the deep.
I think we lost. Okay. I'm trying to swap our time. Can you hear me?
Solution to that problem, you encounter deeper problems, and you find solution as you go. So
Oh, we lost Frank too.
can
I
you hear
think,
me?
yes, we can hear you, but it's breaking.
Okay, can you move on to someone else? Let me.
Okay, thank you so much. I think we are trying to, we sincerely apologize. Everyone that is hearing us, this is just technical itch, and as a result of we are in different region and different country, and you know every country network has the way it works. So we apologize for that. Everyone that is watching, and we apologize for it should be 60 minutes, or I think we are running to 90 minutes now. We sincerely apologize. It's because of this technical itch that is stretching what we are doing here. So, Dami, I'm coming to you now. I'm coming to the place of your value. How was the value helped you? How was the value built you? Because everything you talked about now was because you said you just want to be different. You just want people to know you differently with your injection. Can you please talk about the place of value and not just knowing this value, but upholding it? Samuel was saying is a solution. Every word he's talking, he talks about purpose, he talks about being a solution. So can you please tell us the place of your value? How have you been able to uphold those values, and you've been able to move from different countries with that value? Thank you.
Okay, hi everyone. So just to backtrack, my job at Gemstone back then, I was the R&D guy that Frank left, I took over. and so I had lots of opportunity to and access to lots of information. I was gulping lots of information at once and working with them. So I believe that if you want to be different and you want to sell yourself as a brand or project your value, whatever space you find yourself, there are two key things that are important, and I'm basing this on my experience as an R&D guy with FD. The first thing is you have to plan. Planning is a skill that I find missing a lot, even within my social space. You cannot, and you don't have the luxury of living your life on a day-to-day basis. There's no way, that luxury is far gone. If you want to do something or achieve something out of your life, you need to get your pen and your paper, or you get your Excel sheet and work. For example, if you are in business, do you have your budgets in Excel template? Do you have your social marketing strategy? You have to be able to know what's coming. You have to even plan for the unknown at some point. You have to know if this risk management is important. Is this part of your business strategy? So if you want to sell yourself as a brand and as a value, you must, it's a deliberate action. You must plan. I remember when I was living in Nigeria, I was going for my first master's, and then my first master, I was talking to a friend. It was a random conversation with three people, and he mentioned the name of a random school. And I said, repeat the name of the school. He mentioned it, and I said, do they offer this program? He said, yes. And from that minute on, I started to plan how everything was going to be in place for me to get my admission. By the time I was rounding up my first master's, I already knew about 3 or 4 months before the next phase I was going to. And that's what brought me to Poland and Portugal at the same time. And now I'm settled in Portugal. But for every single stage, I knew exactly what was the next thing coming. You cannot afford to live your life on a day-to-day basis. Do you know what is coming? I know we are not God, basically, but you can project, you can forecast, you can do your feasibility studies, even in your personal life, not just in your work, not just in your business. You can say, but if I'm joining a company today, do I want to work here for 1 year? Do I want to work here for 2 years? Which kind of company do I want to move to next? How do I get myself ready for the next phase, or for the next company, or for the next position? Do I get married in 2 years? How do I prepare myself to achieve that without necessarily stressing on the finance? Does it mean that I have to save a certain amount every single month to be able to have the wedding of my dreams? Do I need to have the wedding checklist? Those are things that you have to be able to plan if possible, every single segment of your life if you want to keep your brand, if you want to keep your legacy. Because when you have to plan, it's very difficult for somebody to deviate you from your plan. You know what you are working with. You know you have your pen and your paper. You have your Excel sheet. You have your strategy. No one can just come on Instagram and tell you this is the best way and deviate you from your exact plan that you're following. And so but before I round up, apart from planning, there's also a very subtle concept of having a good judgment, discernment. In this world that we live in today, there's a lot of information going on. Bombarded with information from CNN, from social media, from Instagram, everywhere. Your job as an individual is to know, what do I work with at this particular time?
Frank, please put your phone on mute.
And that's where good judgment comes into play. The best leaders in the best company have a good discernment, knowing when to have opposing. I tell people, some of my friends, that if you want to know a truly intelligent person is someone that can have two opposing ideas in their mind and still retain their ability to function. That means you have information from this side, you have information from the other side, which are totally opposite, but you're able to make a critical, logical decision on your next phase. So in summary, planning and good judgment. That's how to keep your plan. That's how to keep your legacy.
Wow, thank you so much for that. Planning and good judgment. And I can remember vividly then that when we were together, FD would tell us, whatever project you want to do, have an 8-week plan. Am I correct? 8 weeks. Am I correct? 8 weeks. And that's still in my life today. That value, that decision. Anything I want to do, I have 8 weeks plan. You understand? At least minimum 8 weeks. Thank you so much. Now let me go to Daniel. Daniel, your value. What was your value? Among those 10 values, which one do you uphold more? Daniel, can you hear me? Daniel? I think we lost Daniel again. So let me come back to Frank.
Sorry,
Frank?
I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Okay, Frank. Oh, so Daniel, what was your value?
You said what?
Your value among the 10 values that we live with. What was your value?
What was my value?
Yes, one of the one you uphold more in all of the 10 values.
Okay, so it was value time and make the best use of it.
Okay, so tell me now, value time and make use of it. The place of time management in your life.
Yeah, so that even goes beyond time management. All right, it also applies to valuing the moments you spend with people. All right, valuing the things that you spend your time doing. Okay, because if you value time and make the best use of it, it means that you will not waste your time pursuing something that you're not supposed to be doing at all. It also means that you would ensure that you get to a meeting in time. You will ensure that when you say you are coming to a particular place, you get there in time and you get there when you say you're going to get there. All right. It also means that I know what I should be doing, today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, so that like Dami said, you need to have a plan to say, okay, I want to do my master's. What do I need to put in place? I need to get my IELTS. All of these things are critical. Okay. Now, if you value your time, you would ensure that you put the right things in place to ensure that you're not wasting your own time. Okay. So in my career, I would say to you that even when I was going for a particular interview, I got there before the boss. All right. And the boss said to me, that's one of your gemstone values. Apparently, the lady knows about gemstone. Okay, and she said to me, "Oh, that's true. You actually value time and make the best use of it." What I meant was that she has gone through my LinkedIn page. She had seen that I worked in gemstone, and she knows gemstone values. If I'd come late for that meeting that day or for that interview that day, I mean, I would have in a sense, gone against one value. And that will not tell well, on me and how she sees me. So I value time and I got there in time. And that was a good one for me. So I always love to value time and respect other people's time also.
Time is very essential. In this time and age, in this new age, your time will be judged. You can't waste people's time like before again. You can't tell people, I'm coming. Nobody has time to wait. So Frank, I'm coming back to you. Can you hear me, Frank?
Yeah.
So
yes, I can hear you. Sorry.
So let's wrap. People are beginning. We are talking people time. So guys, we have 7 minutes to wrap up now. 7 minutes to wrap up now.
Okay.
Well, so Frank, what you said your value was make your value again.
Be the best in all you do.
Be the best in all you do. Yes.
Be the best that you do. Person should naturally do that. Yeah. So you're asking in terms of solution providing and all of that, in terms of being your best. So I was saying that in the space of and harnessing your passion and providing solution is growth is something that you will always encounter. So in the space of trying to be your best in all you do, you have to start learning and sharpening skills. You have to start doing things in new dimensions. I think initially in one of his analysis said something around when you begin to make impact, you begin to get value. So value is, to me, is the amount of impact that you have made on people, and particularly the kind of solution you're providing. So if you're providing a low-level solution, definitely you make a low-level impact, and then your value will be on the low level. If you made a mid-level impact, you get, it can get up to the high level and to the gold and platinum, all that you can reach out for. So the value that you give and the solution that you are able to solve will indirectly affect you, because in your space of that delivery, it's not just like I said earlier, it's not like a magic wand that you just strike and everything just comes into place. No, it's not our thing. This is not an analyzing story. This is real time. So you have to do things and do them and grow in them. So just to digress a bit, is one of the dangers of passion and developing passion is when you know you are good at something, especially if you are talented, the chance of you to become like that, not that that's what I want to do. The chance for you to become complacent, that's what I'm looking for. For you to become complacent is close. So you might feel, because I know this thing, what is there. So you just think I can just do it anyhow. No. See, when you begin to develop your passion, you must be true to it. You must take it as a daily thing. You're not just going to just sleep over it and wake up, I want to go and deliver on it. No. You must daily live by it. You must daily get better at it. You must not look for your best. All you can look out for is for you to be better than what you were yesterday. Yesterday's victory is fantastic. Celebrate it, but don't dwell on it. Move on. This is on that day. So this is another chance to deliver. The patience that you treated yesterday and not being that same system today, you are going to become that patient. So you have to keep getting better, doing it better, and knowing it better. And in short, you become my best.
So don't just find your passion, sharpen your passion, and make it better. God's time.
Hello.
So God's time. What was your passion? What was your value? Sorry. Then we go to the last part. What was your value?
Okay, one of the values that stood out for me and it's beginning to make sense lately to me is be a solution provider, not a part of the problem to be solved. I think Sam mentioned that earlier. I was sharing with my wife lately about, where we talk, she was talking about passion, and I told her, I said, what, you need to strike a balance between your passion and being a solution provider. Because if your passion doesn't create solutions, no matter how time, it's not going to be of value to you anymore. Because one of the ways to measure your productivity, like Frank said, is how much value you're able to sell. You understand? And I was telling her that I said one of the capitals you need in that venture, in starting that venture, one of the capitals you need is not just money, it's being able to translate that idea into a solution that you can sell. You know, that's where we got to talking about monetizing your passion. So if your passion is not creating solutions, you need to refine it over and over again to make sure that it's delivers not just what you need immediately, but also making impact in the life of other people. And so creating solutions, I think, is the key. It's key to the day we live in. Every businesses that's going to make impact around the world must be willing to set solutions. Every young entrepreneur that wants to make impact must be willing to, be a solution provider and not a part of the problem to be solved.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much, God's time. Thank you very much, Sammy. So I joined those two words together, that to stay relevant, like someone talk about relevancy. Staying relevant requires you to do what? To find a solution. In this time and age, there is solution everywhere. It can be you can give solution to hunger. Am I correct, Sammy? Is that what you're trying to say? You can give solution to hunger. People need food. You can create solution in the area of even network that we are using now, the data, everything. Those kick it in. Don't just fold your hands and say, okay, we are shut down, office is closed, my business is closed. Try and reinvent yourself. Everyone here that I'm looking here today has reinvented ourselves. Sammy has reinvented himself. Samuel, he has reinvented himself. Now he's an IT engineer. He's a reinvention. Daniel has reinvented himself. We are not just what we used to. We didn't just know this value. It's good to talk. FD used to say something as I begin to wrap up to our final word, that they used to say something that when people say you talk, you say talk is cheap. Am I correct? But depends on the person that is talking. Am I correct? If I'm correct, let me see your thumbs. Talk is cheap. Anybody can talk. Now, what we are doing here today, everyone that is watching, we are not just talking. We are sharing. It's because of time, we can't go further. We are sharing this little experience. You can hear somebody say time management. You can hear somebody say solution. Somebody talk about purpose. Somebody was able to find a purpose for his life. Because of what? Because he decides. So it's a decision type. So I want to wrap up on everything that you guys have said one after the other. So I'm going to start from Samuel. Samuel, your last word about purpose. Finding purpose. You have 1 minute. So we have 5. So we have 5 minutes. No, we have 6. You have 6 minutes. So you have 1 minute. Samuel, 6 minutes, just 1 minute. Finding purpose, staying with the purpose till you become the final word.
Thank you. Finding purpose. Have key principles that you hold dearly and values that you uphold, and make sure your principles protect your purpose and your potential in life. Because despite your purpose, if you don't have principles that guide you in what you do, you are finding yourself down the wrong path. So guiding your purpose with your principles will help you achieve ultimately. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Frank, I'm coming back to you. Your last word about your passion and remaining with your passion, be the best in it, sharpen it.
Okay, thank you, Korede. My last words are as simple as this. Say, passion is good. Talent is better. Competence is the best. So in all of your talents and passion, make sure that competence is not something you throw off the window. Once you are not competent, your talent and your passion cannot keep you going.
Thank you. Thank you. Once you are not competent, your passion swerve off. Thank you. Dami, your final word on your value.
Yeah, basically, I think I've said most things, but yeah, what I would say is just be true to yourself. Try to keep your brand. Try to maintain your personality, no matter what. Don't be swayed by what's going on in the world right now. Yeah, just be true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. And one more thing, failure is real. challenges are real, right? I'm not saying you should beat yourself up for failing to achieve something, or if your business is not doing as much as you can. But one thing you're not allowed to do is to quit. Just keep pushing yourself. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Daniel, value time and make the best use of it. Your last word.
My last word, we are all going to die. Let's just try our best to just ensure that we live before we die.
Yeah. Daniel, that's deep. God's time. Your last word or your value.
While I talked earlier on, I said passion is an inner fire that produces action. Take the right action to produce a solution. Don't just
Thank
be
you.
there, you know. Make sure you take the right action. It's the right second action.
Thank you so very much, everyone that has joined us. This has been an amazing time. It looks so simple, but I tell you, if I show you where I'm writing, guys, everything you have said, I've written it, and I'm going to use it. Maybe you don't know. I've learned from you guys. I've learned from you guys everything you've talked about. How can you just find purpose and still remain without purpose? Samuel, you blew me off. You don't know. You blew me off with that word. Finding your purpose, staying with it, still living with values, and that values is propelling you to be where you want to be in life. So final word. This week is FD's birthday, 2 days ago. So let's just say happy birthday, happy birthday, one word, and we round up. So who is going to go first? Samuel. Just one word. Happy birthday, FD. Just thank you. Just wrap up.
All right. So FD, I'd like to wish you a happy belated birthday, and thank you for everything you're doing, and thank you for impacting my life. I appreciate you all the time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Dami?
Happy birthday, happy belated birthday, FD. I'll just say that thank you for doing something that is bigger and larger than yourself. God bless you.
Frank?
Okay, happy birthday, FD. Thank you for lighting our candles. Thank you for not just showing the way, but likewise walking the way with us. Thank you for being a role model. Thank you for being an uncle, and thank you for being all that you are.
Thank you. 1 minute. Thank you. Thank you. Daniel, you know what? I'm actually monitoring Daniel on another system. So that's why I'm looking like this anytime I want to call his name.
Okay,
Daniel.
Happy birthday, FD. Thank you for your love and for your guidance. I love you so much, Pops. Thanks.
Thank you. God's time.
A very special happy birthday to FD. Thank you for impacting our lives. Thank you for being a role model to us all. God bless you.
Okay, everyone that has joined Good From Within today, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your patience this month. Taking a lot of your time this month because it's a netting opportunity roundtable session. It's been a wonderful time. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Sammy. Thank you, Dami. Thank you. You guys should stay safe. Use masks, wash your hands, and enjoy the rest of your day. I love you. Bye. So guys can exit